Hey everybody, you probably never heard about this FNaF fan game, but I'm pretty sure some of you guys have. It was a FNaF fan game made from scratch, and it was uploaded and the beginning of this FNaF fan game started in January 15th, 2016. This was the Five Nights at Joey's popular FNaF fan game. Kind of popular. I mean, nobody on YouTube really played it, and it didn't really get that much like, but I have played it. And I never upload any videos about the game for some reason. I thought I would get copyright because the creator actually did make the music. But let's talk about Five Nights at Joey's, a game that was so good. I mean, best FNaF fan game I've ever played. Sure, it's made out of Scratch. Scratch is not that good of an engine, but the way the game was coded was just fabulous. This was a game that brought popularity on Twitter, not YouTube, sadly. Now the developer, which deleted his YouTube channel, he is gone forever. The developer, his name, Rickfield8999. And when he announced he'll be making his own FNaF fan game in 2015, it took him a whole year. He said, I'm going to be making a FNaF fan game in 2015, and it will release sometime in 2015. He said that himself. Of course, the game did not release in 2015. It instead released in 2016 as a demo. He said he doesn't know how to make more than one night. He'll have to learn that soon. The demo was deleted from Game Jolt and the full game was there. And the full game of Five Nights at Joey's was just so good. In fact, so good that it only had 197 downloads. I mean, it probably has more by now. The game is not on Game Jolt anymore. I'll get to that soon. Now, this is just chapter 1 of this story. The game takes place at a family diner. The first game takes place at a family diner called Joey's Wonderland. Why is it called that if it's a family diner? I'm pretty sure it's mostly attracting kids. Anyways, it was supposed to be a place where family eats, and the main man himself, Joey. Yes, Joey. Now, there's no animatronics in this game. Just gonna let you know that. No, Joey, he was an innocent person. In the first game, he would not jump scare you unless you broke the rules, which you obviously had to progress in the game. But there was a story behind his friends, which never appeared, but only appeared in the commercials. They never appeared at the diner, however. This made many, many bad things happen, as Joey had to struggle doing everything himself until he realized a story. He was sent an email from one of his friends, and his friend said, Lillian Bond. Yeah, I think that were their names. Hold on. Okay, yeah, their names were Lily, Bond, and Mark. So Lily and Bond were cybernetically, well, they just turned cybernetic with this little core chip. This chip was stuck deep in was stuck deep in their neck, and there was no way to get it out. In fact, you can see this in the game. You can see this in the game as a little red flashing dot on Lily and Bond's neck. So soon Joey tries to stop that, but instead himself gets stabbed with one of those chips. And then in night 3, Joey goes on a killing rampage, trying to murder you for no reason. And then once you're done with the game, at the end, you'll get the cutscene of the entire diner burning down. In fact, I like the way he did you had to do this Pokemon style walking, and you had to just set these, I don't know what they were called, but you had to set them, and then lit all them on fire, and then a pipe from the kitchen, you had to open that, put fire, close it, run out the building as fast as you can, and then you get the ending for the first game. And then Five Nights at Joey's 2 happened, released in 2017. Now, Five Nights at Joey's 2 was the aftermath of that story. After the building burnt down, you were then sent to a storage room. Now, the first night focused on the storage room, and then the final night focused back at the diner, which was just broken wood and everything. But you still had to go there to get some research. That research being finding why the animatronics turned. Well, I just said animatronics. Why Joey and his friends turned cybernetic. And then, you find it, you make a cure for that, and it does not work. And then Joey literally slashes you across the chest, and you pass out, leading the end of the game. Now, some people said there was a second ending where you would kill Joey and his friends, but it was extremely hard to get. In fact, if you got that ending, you were not able to progress to the other nights. You know why? Because you destroyed everyone. Also, the jump scares in Five Nights at Joey's 2 were way more scarier than the jump scares in Five Nights at Freddy's. Trust me, in Five Nights at Joey's 2, all FNaF fan games revolve around the story, but the jump scares in Five Nights at Joey's 2, each character's jump scare took 5 hours of animating and sprites. Because those jump scares, the sound had to be amped up correctly, and every jump scare was, I think, 3 or 2 seconds, or maybe 4. That's how long the jump scare was. And then Five Nights at Joey's 3. Now, in Five Nights at Joey's 3, the game, it was horrible. Super bad. Even the developer himself said so. Until we got Five Nights at Joey's 3 Remastered. A remake of the third game. People said this one was way more better. I still found it hard. But yeah. The story of the game, it just takes place of you in a crashed helicopter. Yep, crashed helicopter out of nowhere. And apparently, you're using that helicopter to escape the storage room when you were locked in. You had everybody trying to break you out, and you managed to get out safe, nice and fine. But you brought Joey with you. You didn't even know Joey was hanging on the ladder. And Joey is the only character you face off. And then in FNaJ... Oh yeah, FNaJ Joey's 3 was released in 2018. Forgot to say that. Well, I mean, it was released in 2017, but on GameJolt it says 2018. So, yeah, don't really know why. But in Five Nights at Joey's 3, after you bring him on the helicopter with you, you find these evil spirits. And these were the evil spirits of the other characters, aka the phantom characters, or spirit characters as it's called in the extras menu. And their jump scares are so loud, I recommend turning off the volume just completely. I mean, you do have to hear for someone going in one of the, like, and my camera just fell. Not my camera, my tablet. You have to listen carefully for someone going in, like, some storage thing of the helicopter. I really don't know what the parts of a helicopter is called. But apparently, if they go in that storage thing, they're able to go right behind you and kill you like that. Which is why the turning around, looking behind you feature was added. And it was so hard to control. I'm pretty sure that's why people called it bad. Also, it was completely broken. That's why it was fixed in the remastered version. Because in the third version, the original third version, all the characters, Joey was literally able to go there whenever he wanted to. He was not restricted. So he would just keep on going behind you and he would only go to the left door as well. The right door of the helicopter, he would not even go there. And you would get jump scared with him from the right door, even though he was right behind you. So there were many bugs in that. But going back to the story, when you complete it, you again have to set something on fire, but this time with explosions. You apparently managed to get yourself stuck, and you explode with the helicopter. And then, Five Nights at Joey's 4. You're at a hospital. Congratulations. You survived that explosion. But then somebody talks to you. Yep, this was the first ever point of voice acting in the Five Nights at Joey series. In Five Nights at Joey's 4, the release date is unknown because most people are saying it released in 2020, it released in 2019, it released in 2016, which is impossible because that was when the first game was there. But the truth is, it released in 2 years. It released at 2 times at the same time, so GameJolt counted 2 years. Some weird glitch I've never seen before. It was uploaded to GameJolt on Christmas time in 2018, and then started its work in 2019, January 1st. It was pretty unknown when it got released. So yeah. In Five Nights at Joey's 4, when you survive that, you get a call from one of the doctors saying that you're already cured. But you still stay in the hospital no matter what, because you don't know what might happen. The doctor told you everything you needed to do. In fact, there was a way in the game that you would just die randomly. And this is a secret way, but not too many people realize. But if you took too much pills, you would die. Pretty obvious. blah 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 till we get to the end. And the end of the game, you die. And at Five Nights at Joey's 6, the game I made. Yep, I got permission from the developer since we began friends. I don't know his age, but he knew my age. I created Five Nights at Joey's 5 in 2020. In 2020, November 2nd. Yep, November 2nd. I have never mentioned the release of that game. And November 2nd was the time all the Five Nights at Joey's games were coming to an end. Because apparently, I made the ending just to stop the series because the developer wanted me to finish the game. He said finish it once and for all so I can be done with this project. So I finished it in Five Nights at Joey's 5. The end was done. After you died, you were your brother was there, and your brother knew how to survive better than you. And then your brother goes back to that storage room to collect everything that was yours, and make sure you have everything by you when you died. But then you have to face an evil, and that evil was nothing. But you only had Joey. Joey was the only person you had to fear because your brother's betrayal. So you, playing as a different character, the brother of that last person that recently died in Five Nights at Joey's 4, you want to do your own thing in Five Nights at Joey's 5. So you try to survive, which you do, but then you get killed by Joey, and nothing was ever heard. And now let's talk about why the game shall rest in peace. Because just today, yes, just today, all the games were taken down from Game Jolt. The developer's channel is gone. His trailers are gone. And everybody who re-uploaded the trailers for the game, those videos are gone. And also, some guy said, hey, you have to delete the games, and stuff. And I had to delete the 5th game from my tablet, even though I made it from a computer. It took a long time to delete it. I made it from my mom's computer. And after I deleted the 5th game, the developer deleted the other 4 games. And that was the end of Five Nights at Joey's. What was the reason the games were supposed to be deleted? Apparently, Game Jolt themselves said, hey, this game is not suitable for a website. No, I don't know why they said that, but they just said, hey, this game is not allowed to be on a website. Sorry. This game is illegal to be on Game Jolt. And the only reason why Game Jolt said it was illegal because some other guy wanted to do his own thing and just be like, hey, I'm Joe McSmo, and I'm gonna delete this, and I'm gonna hack this game. He hacked the entire webpage for all the Five Nights at Joey's games, and the game was taken off of Game Jolt. Rest in peace. And yes, I draw Joey alive. And I draw Joey's hat and his gravestone. I was just recreating the image the developer posted on his Twitter page. Thank you for telling me that the game was gone. Now it's time we see this game saying goodbye. And goodbye, Five Nights at Joey's 1, 2, 3, 4. And goodbye, Five Nights at Joey's 5. Cause I spent 2 hours making that game. It was pretty fast of making it. Rest in peace, Joey.